We are just to the west of you, Coach, on the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On second down, here's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Levante David make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. Flushed out right. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on second down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
5. 6-6, bullet high. Ready.
Looking to throw on second down. Young. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Derrick Henry. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
80 weapons.
Check. Lucky. Check 3.
Hard.
Spons.
Deep grip.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down.
Check.
Hey, Charlie. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Young. Going deep this time for Miller. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Hey, Sam off. Get.
On 4th down, Young. And he's taken down inside the 30. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort, picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
All the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Check 9, check 9.
We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Look at me. Door.
Check 49, check 49.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Gone.
Check 24.
Young will set to throw. Eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Hassan Reddick in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Young working out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Second down, Murray sets to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. There on the coverage, knocking that one away was Mike Edwards.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Looking for his tight end Clay, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin White. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Trying to get it to Clay that time.
Down, 30 base.
At the 28-yard line.
Oh, you got deep?
Ready, ready.
A first down carry for Henry. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Go.
Hey, it's coming up. Hey.
Look, squeeze. Come. Go.
Young now. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
On the return, the Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Let's go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
First down, Arizona.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Drake trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain. His guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
It'll be an Arizona 1st down on a gain of 17. Nice pass that time by the #1 pick, Kyler Murray. Also drafted 9th in the Major League Baseball draft. He's the only person ever to be taken top 10 in both sports. Go back to his Allen High School days in Texas. He was 42-0 as a starting quarterback. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is will he be able to bounce back in the next one, because right now, this has not been his game.
Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. 1:53 remaining in this first half of play. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League.
X3, 218, chopper.
Rip right. Check, crunch, crunch, crunch. Hatchet.
5.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh.
Let me what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go.
Look at me. Zipper.
Mark 43.
Lee Griffin.
On 2nd and 15 now. Young, they set up the screen for Henry. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
What we got? Watch twist.
go. Rock it.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Clear. Go.
Young from his end zone on third down. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. Third and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On first down, Drake. And out of bounds right around the 20. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they, when they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they help force another incompletion.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
We got double up.
Fair.
Check 25.
Snap.
Out of the gun, it's Young. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
On the deep ball. Coverage by Byron Murphy.
Got it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, defense.
Hey, exit.
58, boy. 58. It's Mike. It's our field.
Hard.
36. Kill.
Final play of the half, Young. Going up top for Miller. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Keep playing.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Watch QB drop.
Look at me. Go. Hey, Haywood.
Here's Young from the shotgun. He's got Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there on a Buccaneer 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Now they'll try the jet sweep here, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll him him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
General West.
Watch the safety creep.
From the gun, Young. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, Zoo.
Shoot.
Now Young, operating from the gun. He finds his target. It's Evans. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down.
But it leads to 4th down.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
SOS.
They'll go with Jones. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Ronald Jones unable to get to that imaginary yellow line. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That goes for 14 yards. 1st down, Cardinals.
1st down, Cardinals.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Ready? 45's the mic. Check. 45's the mic. Yeah.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 35. Well, that's a familiar connection right there. Christian Kirk was in the same class as Kyler Murray at Texas A&M. They played together as freshmen before Murray transferred. Kirk, though, he stayed in College Station, had a great 3-year career before being drafted 47th overall in 2018. Was having a solid rookie campaign last year, but then broke his foot in Week 13 and was shut down the rest of the way. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Bart, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Charles Clay, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Hey, let's go. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Hit it.
On second down, it's Jones. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
The Bucs on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
We got to step it up. Check 52. Bang, bang.
Look, squeeze.
They'll try to throw now. Young. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The safety, Buda Baker, there to force the incompletion.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. This is Henry. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Bucs on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5.
Get that quarterback, D-line.
Bravo.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check.
Go.
To throw is Young. From the gun, he'll throw. He completes it to Evans. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Shoot.
Go. Leo. 6'6", pull it high.
Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Fire.
On first down, it's Jones. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Let's get it.
Cardinals 42-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
You gonna see me in your nightmares. Check your hot read. Hey, alert 3.
Big grip.
It's Young off play action. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Hey, wahoo!
High ends on the Ringo. Even. 4 down. Even. Mike's 43.
Greystone travel.
I got wide. Whip. Watch the whip. Watch the
Shit.
Now it's Henry.
Watch it.
Zach Kerr, the big defensive tackle, the one to get him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Rock it.
You got tape.
Hey, lock it.
Shit.
On the ball. Snap.
Here's Young. Throwing right, and that's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw is Murray. Escape, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Shaquille Barrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
3rd and 8.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Now Murray. And he's got his man. It's the tight end play. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Mike.
Back to throw. Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. On second down, it's Johnson. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Murray to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. Murray sets to throw on fourth. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 27 yards, a big play there on fourth.
Here we go.
And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to win. And everything right now rests on the right foot of Zane Gonzalez. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And everything right now rests on the right foot of Zane Gonzalez. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And his kick is indeed good. And the Cardinals win it. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Arizona, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, it's their first stumble of the season as they'll dip to 8-1 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.